Okay guys, I'm back from work, back from doing personal training class. We're cooking in the kitchen right now, getting ready to make a crunch wrap. So stay tuned to see the ingredients. Well, we're going to have turkey bacon, avocado, lean ground beef, cheese, and a tortilla. And that's going to make it's going to be about 400 calories for one of these crunch wraps. So we will be right back in just a few minutes and show you what we got. Alright guys, the burgers are in, so we're going to let those marinate for a few minutes. Going to put a top over top of it, and to make it cook a little more rounded throughout the meat, so we'll be right back. Okay guys, the burgers are in, the bacon's done. I got to prepare the avocado. I'm just going to hold that out and just cut them into slices for the crunch wrap. So we'll be right back in just a couple minutes after the burgers are done, and I'll show you what we got going on. Okay guys, this is a really easy way how to get your avocados out. You just use a spoon and you just kind of go in behind the skin and you just kind of go around the edges like this. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just kind of go around the edges and then just kind of scoop it right out. Uh-oh. I need bigger hands. I got small little hobbit hands. And there you go. You see? Nice avocado right there. It is. Boom. And you do the other one. And the shell's pretty tough, so I mean you can just kind of go right around and just kind of scoop right out. There you go. Boom. The shell's kind of, can you hear that? It's kind of tough. So I'm not a huge avocado fan, but it does give you healthy fats and it comes from a vegetable source. So something I actually just learned recently is when you eat animal fat, your body doesn't have to process it. So it goes directly into a fat store unless you're burning it off. But vegetable fat, it's a little bit different, like coconut oil and olive oil and of course avocado fat is a little bit different. Your body actually has to process that, and it's easier for it to process it out. So you're actually getting the good actual fats that you need, like LDL cholesterol from it. And it processes out the HDL, so that's a good thing. It's pretty cool that it's like if you had a really fatty steak or you cut off a piece of fat on a steak and you ate it, your body doesn't have to process that. It's already in a fat state. it's already in a fat state. So the body just grabs it, and if it doesn't need it, it just stores it just like it is. It doesn't have to convert it at all. It doesn't have to melt it down, reconfigure the molecules. It's already cellulite. It's already fat. So it just goes right into fat storage. So that's pretty interesting to me anyway. So, and I'm kind of a geek about it anyway. So we'll be right back. I got to check these burgers, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. You want to talk about something gross? I just was like mashing the hamburgers down to kind of get them to grill a little bit faster. I turned the heat up a little bit, and like blood shot out of one right on top of another. It's like coated it. It was disgusting. Oh man, what we go through for you, what we go through for you guys. I don't understand it, but hey, I'm here for you to do it for you. So let's cook and get it done. Oh, we got the weigh in here in just a little bit too. I'm gonna weigh in before I eat, because I want it to be true, like weigh in. So I'm gonna weigh in before I eat this delicious crunch wrap. So be back in just a minute. Okay guys, so what we have now is we have the Food Line brand of fancy 4 shredded cheese Mexican blend for this, and the macros on this are for 1/4 of a cup, 90 calories. Only 6 grams of fat and 2 grams of carbs, which is awesome, and 7 grams of protein for a 1/4 cup. That's a lot of protein. And then we have the tortillas. We have the 9-inch round burrito tortillas. I couldn't find the high fiber ones today at the store, so I thought, I've only had like 600 calories the whole day, so I'm pretty low on my calories for the day. And my macros are on point. So for one tortilla, it's 190 calories. It is 30 grams of carbs, and it is 5 grams of protein. So the amount of protein we're getting in this, I'll calculate all that up for you in just a little bit, is incredible. We're having low fat, pretty low carb. I mean, the tortilla is the highest carb in the whole thing. So, I mean, I've only had 22 grams of carbs today. So, I mean, that's only going to hit and put me at 50 for the whole day. So, I'm pretty good with that. I'm actually impressed with that. So, I got this recipe off of another website, Keto website, that I was watching. I can't remember the guy's name, but I just discovered him, so I stole his recipe, so I can't take credit for it. So, it's okay. If I knew the guy's name, I would tell you, but he was doing a collaboration with Remington James, and I really like Remington James and all his content, so I'm nowhere near the guy he is. So but anyway, I stole this. He was actually taste testing it. They did a collab, but the other guy made it for him, and I'll probably get that guy's name and put it in the description below, so you guys will have it, and you can go check that guy's website out as well. So as you see, I've set up a little station here. I just got a couple of foam plates that I use for the prep, and I got my avocado here, I got my cheese here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take a burger, and I'm going to put it right here, sprinkle it with cheese, put the avocado or the bacon on there, put the avocado on there. Then I'm going to fold these guys in such a way that it covers up the whole burger. And then I'm going to take that, flip it over, and put it into the frying pan when it's ready. So once that goes in the frying pan, of course I'll wash all that out and clean all that up and have that ready to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it on one side, brown it on one side, then I'm going to flip it, and it should stay, and brown it on the other. If it doesn't stay, what I can do is take some toothpicks and kind of stab into it and stick into it to hold the tortilla together as it's frying, and because it will shrink up a little bit, and then we will be ready for the taste test. So I'm not going to taste test it. I'm going to let Christy taste test it. She may not be on camera today, but she's going to taste test it, and you'll hear her voice say how good it is or how bad it sucks. So be right back with you guys. Okay guys, weigh-in time. So let's see what it says. 194.6. Hang on, let me take the shirt off, because I'm basically wait on it, wait for it, wait for, oh, I hate it when it hoses out. I have to hit this button. Here we go. 194, So the light's not hitting it. 194.4, 3.2% bone density, 29.4 BMI, water in my system 54.8, and muscle 31.2. So we have lost a full pound in one day. Awesome, right? So let me get back up here to finish the dinner. So that's the weigh-in for today. Lost a pound in one day. So 14 more days to go till Christmas. So let's see what happens. Be right back. All right, let's check these burgers, guys. Let's put that down. All right. Here is a trick too. You can just kind of make a little hole right here in the top of the burger. Push down. You don't see any blood coming out, so you know you're getting pretty well near the done portion of the meat here, and it's not. So, and also, whenever you're flipping a burger, never flip it back toward yourself because you'll splash yourself with grease. Flip away from yourself, and just kind of make it go that. There you go. You just kind of flip it away. Flip it away. Flip it away. Look away from the light, burger. Alright. Alright, so we'll let that sit there for just a minute and let that percolate. Okay guys, we're going to take these burgers off and then we're going to wash this frying pan out. We'll soak all the grease as much as we can off of these guys. And to make it a little more healthy. You don't want a bunch of fat in your diet. And that's the thing, you know, I like the keto diet. It's a little more, some people like to do a little more low in fat. Some people like to do a little more higher in fat than I do. I like to still keep it low fat. I just kind of want to pat the grease off there. I'm going to reduce that heat a little bit. Get this guy over here for just a second. And, you know, these burgers are just kind of percolating here, and I'm just kind of patting the grease off a little bit because, you know, we don't want any of this excess fat on the burgers. It's just, it's not necessary. You know, the Atkins diet, you know, these guys, the people that follow the Atkins diet, basically, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, the keto diet is basically just another version of the Atkins diet. It's just a little bit different as far as adding in the healthy fats, whereas the Atkins diet, they don't care if you eat pork rinds or just pour buckets of Crisco down your throat. Just don't eat a carb, you know? And if you do get a carb, then it has to come from broccoli or cauliflower, you know, or cheese or something like that. So that's just my opinion. I think the keto diet is a little bit better. And I don't get me wrong, I'm not on the keto diet. I get a lot of the low calorie recipes from the keto diet. And I like the keto diet because I'm a meat guy. I grew up in the country. You know, I really like having fat in my diet. I just love it, you know. But I want it to be a healthier fat like an avocado or lean ground beef or turkey meat. I actually was going to make this with ground turkey, but I just decided to go ahead and go with the 96.4 burgers. But I couldn't find those, so I had to go with the 8614 burger. So, and I got the prime rib burger, which usually they have some seasoning in it, but they didn't have the seasoned kind for the Vidalia onion. I love it. So I went ahead and got the McCormick's that I showed you earlier, which is the onion burger. It was like $1.98 for this whole thing. So I'm sure I can use that on chicken, or I'm not sure how it tastes on fish, but hey, whatever. I'm down with it. I'm down to try anything at least once. So let me wash all this up, and we'll go ahead and get to wrapping these tortilla crunches. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're going to put a little bit of coconut oil here in the frying pan to do the crunch wraps. You don't want to use a whole lot. This stuff actually melts at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so it doesn't take a whole lot to make a lot. So, and it might help if I make the crunch wrap before I do this. So, okay, guys, here's what we're gonna do. Since Christy doesn't like avocado, we're gonna do hers first. So we're gonna take, and she don't like guacamole either. Guacamole, guacamole. All right, so let me wash my hand off there a little bit. Get a little paper towel action here. Okay, all right. I love to use paper towels when I'm cooking because you can wash your hands, dry your hands off, boop, throw it away. It's uncontaminated. So we're gonna take that, we're gonna put that there. We're gonna take a little bit of cheese and throw on there. Yes, yes. Look how good that looks, guys. Now we're gonna take our bacon. Bacon on there. All right, how many pieces do we have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. We have enough for 3 pieces. Okay, so we're gonna go there. All right, she doesn't like the guacamole, so we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna fold, 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 and fold. And that's what you have right here. So we're going to take this. Alright, so now we got that. We're going to place that right there. We're going to turn our heat back on. I'm going to put that right there. And what I'm actually going to do is take a little bit, we're not going to just use the coconut oil, we're going to put a little bit of spray butter on there to give it a little bit of flavoring. And we just use the, I can't believe it's not butter, just to get a little bit of butter flavoring on there. Matter of fact, I may just raise this up just a little bit and, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. About 3 or 4 squirts is pretty good, so let that percolate. Okay guys, Christy is not going to be on camera, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. She's going to give you the taste test. You will be able to hear her, but not see her. She is like a child. She is seen, not seen, but heard. So, that's opposite. Anyway, alright. Here we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look great, guys? Look at that. It's going to look better. The presentation will be a lot better because I'll have avocado on mine. So.
Good.
How is it?
Yummy.
Yummy! Yummy, you like it? Is it good? What's it got a flavor? What does it taste like?
Bacon.
Bacon? You don't taste the burger at all?
Yeah.
What about the crunch wrap? Does it taste pretty good with the wrap? Yeah? Probably if you dip it in like some mustard, which I'm going to try a dip that I saw today with yellow mustard and hot sauce. I'm going to try that. She's not a hot sauce person. I'm not really either, but I like a little kick every now and then. So I may just try it with the mustard and ketchup. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. So you do like it? Mm-hmm. And the proof...
It's yummy.
Is in the pudding. She's already eaten it, folks. So there you go. So I'll be right back with you, and we're gonna get the rest of these cooked. I'm not got you on camera. Anyway, she doesn't want to be on camera.
Wrap it up.
So anyway, wrap it up. So all right, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, taste test time. Mine is done. I have the avocado with it. I'm gonna try it without any kind of seasoning. We didn't have any hot sauce, so I'm just gonna give it a shot. Oh, there's some avocado right there. Well, that was messy. Sorry. That's really good. Even with the avocado on there, it tastes really good because the avocado doesn't have avocado. The avocado doesn't really have any taste at all. So that's going to wrap this video up, guys. Please click like and subscribe to our... Did I what? Yeah, be careful with your grease because that pan gets really hot. Our new stove, we haven't gotten used to cooking on it. It's radiant heat, so it gets hot really quick. So I burned the bottom one, so I'm taking that to lunch.
Slap up the other day.
Yeah, she burned a grilled cheese sandwich up, slap up the other day. So I burnt one, so I'm gonna take it to lunch. Tomorrow I just burned one side, so it's whatever. I just sprayed a little extra spray butter on there to kind of keep the dough soft. That's a little trick for you. If you ever like kind of burn a biscuit or burn some type of bread, you can take a little bit of butter or margarine and rub on there, or maybe some spray butter, and it'll keep the texture of the actual bread. It'll seep through it and it'll soften the bread so it won't taste as burnt as it probably is. So I'm gonna go eat this and devour this. Please click like, subscribe. It helps us out more than you know. Continue to follow us at rc5fitness.com. Check out our links below. Add us on social media, and we will talk to you guys later. Tomorrow, hoping to be down another pound. We're going for a pound a day for the next 15 days till Christmas. So we're on day 14. Tomorrow will be 13, 12, 11. Yeah, till Christmas Eve. I'm going to try to be good, but I doubt I'll be able to be good because, we eat some bad food on Christmas Eve. But if I can drop 10 pounds between now and then, I'll be doing something. So anyway, you guys have a great evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.